Hey guys, what is up? What is going on? My laptop died. It's been at the Apple repair shop for the last 9 days. Kind of sucked, couldn't make any material. But I want to start off with something that's really deep. I've been going through a lot of different ideas throughout the last year and a half, and I want to tell you guys about all the different failures that I've experienced in the last year and a half and all the lessons I've learned. Hopefully some of this stuff will help you guys if you guys are new YouTubers or if you guys are new content creators of any type, because it was through these trials and errors that I really kind of learned what is the most important thing for all this travel stuff. But why don't I start off with what was my original intent? Where did I want to originally go when I first started this whole vlogging adventure? This was an idea I had a long time ago. Basically, I started watching Top Gear when it was Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. I always wanted to be a presenter on that television series. It just seemed like tons of fun. The chemistry amongst the guys were really good. So I was kind of figuring out how can I create that same type of mentality but in the travel adventure space. And throughout the last year and a half, I've been experimenting with all these different types of groups of people, with all these different types of different genres, different types of formats, to figure out how can I build this team that's going to be something that you guys would love to watch over and over again. So this video is more about the failures that I've experienced and the specific details of why I know things really got messed up throughout the last year and a half. I don't really have anyone else to talk to about this, so I'm using you guys as a therapist. If you guys have any comments that you guys want to leave below about anything regarding this type of style that I shoot, or anything really, just leave it, because I love reading the comments. And the first failure really came about when last summer, 2016, I decided to pull in every favor I had across the city of Toronto to create this crazy social media event where I'd invite all these different YouTubers from all across Toronto to come with me on these grand adventures to all these different destinations across Ontario. The thought process at the time was that I was giving all these people an opportunity to create amazing content for their audiences. Because, I figured, if I give these people enough opportunities to create amazing content for audiences, then I'll be included into their videos, and then we'd be all be friends, and then kind of things would grow beyond there. And, we did all those crazy things. I created this video kind of highlighting everything that we did in for the Toronto, Ontario experience. The problem was that at the end of that social media experiment, all the YouTubers that I invited to come out to all these different activities ended up not producing any content. The people that I invited to all these different things weren't dedicated to creating travel content. They didn't care. Or they're completely unable to because their footage was just completely out of whack and didn't have the skills or the capabilities to create that amazing video content that I was hoping they would be able to make. So I've used all my political capital with the entire tourism board in the city of Toronto, and it turned out to be for naught. I was able to create a crazy video, but without that extra support from all these other social media content creators, without them sharing or without people discovering that what we were doing, the social media experiment failed. So let's fast forward to 2017 in April. This was one of my biggest failures, and I want to own this thing because I don't want to blame anyone else for this. This was my failure. I'm the one that vouched for all these other YouTubers that came along with me without realizing what kind of level of dedication these people have to being YouTubers, one. And two, one of the girls immediately said at the very beginning of the trip, I don't know why people do travel vlogs. I don't even like traveling. Which was a pretty obvious red flag from there on in of what kind of trip this was going to be. Generally, and I guess my biggest failure out of this trip was that I didn't thoroughly vet the people that I invited to this trip. So I had one person that was extremely negative over the trip. I had one person that just wanted to treat it like it was a vacation. And kind of things really But those two things were separate issues to a much bigger problem that happened on the third day of the North Carolina trip. I didn't put in the vlogs because, you know, at that point in time, everyone was kind of saying it's controversial, you can't talk about that way, you might get hate and all this stuff. But I do want to talk about today because I think it's really important to kind of be very honest with you guys and be very, very clear. So I recorded this video the night of after this incident occurred. This is something that, like, I couldn't, this was back in North Carolina. This was a couple months ago actually now. And I'll let you guys listen to past me talk about what happened.
Guys, so there's been something that's really been bothering me. It happened today. And I want to tell you guys a story. I need to know what you guys think. Is this controversial? Is this something that offends you? Is this something that, because I honestly do not know. So what happened today was that we were at 12 Bones. It's like this amazing barbecue rib place where like Obama has eaten there twice. And I saw this graffiti art that was on the wall. It was on the wall of the restaurant. And basically, and when I was talking to some of the people that I was with, they told me that this photo had extremely offended them. And I didn't understand why. Because in my head, I think Nazis are universally a bad thing.
I remember the specific thing that she said was that because I took this photo, if I shared this on social media, this would be just the same as getting a tattoo of a swastika on my arm. Whew. I want to give her benefit of the doubt, but at best, she's a complete moron, didn't know what Nazis are. At worst, she's a Nazi sympathizer. If you guys are Nazis, I don't care if you hate me or not. That changed the dynamic of the trip moving forward, because beyond that, I just really didn't want to have any type of interaction with this person. I don't know. It was just a complete nightmare, honestly speaking. In fact, I even said it when I was in North Carolina. Take a look.
Okay guys, I just want to admit something right now since no one's around me. This is the first time I've ever felt like I've not connected with my travelers that I've been with at all. It's a very somber feeling. I think I have to really select, when I'm picking out these trips, I really think I have to select the people much better. Like, Sarah's fine, but the other two, I feel like I don't really want to ever see them again.
So the real failure here is because I invited this person, which I take credit for, because this is obviously my bad. I should have vetted this person. I should have noticed the red flags that were coming up about this person and her channel. I've successfully burned bridges with Toyota. I've successfully burned bridges with an agency that represents a whole bunch of different states across the United States. And a really, really messed up, fucked up trip. And despite all the stuff that I put together with the North Carolina Tourism Board to do all these magnificent things across the state, that was the one overliving shadow that really took over the entire trip. Because the one negative person didn't want to participate in any activities that was assigned, and two, we had someone that's like, at best, a complete moron, or two, a Nazi sympathizer. It was just, that was the worst. On top of that, that specific girl, even though we had contracts laid out left, right, center about what she'd be accountable for, what she'd be responsible for, she took it as all as a joke, and she got pretty close to not even creating the video, regardless of what the contracts were signed. So it was just, she was just a really, really irresponsible person, someone that's just really, really bad to work with. Actually, myself and the people involved actually think that all of her stuff is fake. So it was generally my bad, because I'm the one that vouched for her when I really shouldn't have. And number three, the third big failure that I had throughout the year was actually the Japan trip. Side note, the Japan trip was actually a huge success. We had 200,000 viewers viewing Anthony and Rochelle's content. They did a wonderful job. It's just that we had a lot of creative differences in terms of where we wanted to go with where we wanted to do in Japan, which which made the side objective incomplete. Because at that point, that meant that I wouldn't want to travel with these guys again because we have such different ideas of what a travel trip should be like. Whenever you watch any of these inspirational videos, they always say that you have to go through all these trials. You have to go through all these failures in order to achieve the success that you're looking for. And I think, and this vlog is kind of where we're going to go with that success. The reason why I'm saying that is because I think I found the team that I was looking for. The last trip I did was to Ottawa during Canada Day. One big check mark on my list of goals was that I wanted to help celebrate Canada 150 to the world, and we were able to do that because I was the only YouTuber invited to go film and capture the celebrations of Canada Day. Woo! And part of that whole process, I also managed to find a team of people that I love. These people are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to introduce you guys to them on camera. Actually, you guys might have already seen them. Helder, which is the guy that's always with me in the most crazy situations. Jackie, which is also in the Ottawa video. She's the blonde from the steel spinning video. And Saren. Saren, although she was a part of the original group from the first failure, she's come around and she's been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I'm actually very proud of her for all the stuff that she's been up to. And with this core group of people, I think it's going to take a lot of hard work. There's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be working on with these 4 people, but if we manage to pull off this project that I'm working on, this is something that's going to be a smashing success. We just have to keep on working on it. We just have to keep on inching our way closer and closer to that success. I'm always an optimist. I always believe in myself. I always believe in everything I'm doing, and I'm trying to claw my way forward to that successful goal. Eventually, I'm going to reach that critical success that I'm looking for. But yeah, that is the failures that I've experienced over the last year and a half. Hopefully this is something that's been helpful for you guys. It's put a load off my mind because I wanted to share this story for so long, but I was worried that people would judge me or think, and now I don't care. Yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully as we continue moving forward, things get bigger and bigger, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh yeah, and if you're like completely new to my channel and this is like the first video you saw, things get better from here. Generally the TLDR is that I do impossible things and I make it happen. No, I try to achieve impossible things and I somehow make it happen. Ah, there you go.